Will the US really default on its debt? This is a serious question that can have consequences for the economy and the financial system. So let's dive into it. First of all, what is the US debt and why does it have a limit? The US debt is the total amount of money that the government owes to its creditors, both domestic and foreign. This includes paying for the federal employees, the military, Social Security, and Medicare, as well as the interest on the national debt and tax refunds. The US debt limit, also known as the debt ceiling, is a law that limits the total amount of money that the government can borrow to pay its bills. Every so often, Congress votes to raise or suspend the ceiling so it can borrow more. The current debt is roughly around $31 trillion and it was breached in January this year. Since then, the Treasury Department has been using some tricks to provide the government with more cash while it waits for the Congress to act. Whoa, that kind of rhymed, didn't it? But these tricks are running out, and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has warned that without borrowing more money, the US will not have enough money to meet all the financial obligations as soon as June 1st. So what happens if the Congress doesn't raise its debt limit? Well, it would be a disaster. The government would no longer be able to pay for the salaries of federal and military employees, or pinch. National parks and other agencies would shut down, while companies and charities that count on government funds would be in peril. Weather forecasts could not be affected, since so many rely on data from the government-funded National Weather Service. But that's not all. If the government stops making interest payments on its debt, that would put the country into default. This has never happened on purpose before, and it would shock the financial system where more than 500 billion US dollars get traded every day. Some analytics predict that in a prolonged standoff, stock prices would fall by 50 and the economy would contract more than 4%, leading to loss of more than 7 million jobs. Over the long term, if investors see that the US debt is risky, they will charge the US more to borrow money. And since government borrowing helps determine interest rate more widely, the impact would trickle out the rest of the economy, making borrowing money for a home or a car expensive for everyone. So why is the Congress not raising its debt limit already? Well, it's because of politics. The debt limit has become a game of chicken between Democrats and Republicans, who disagree on how to spend and tax. The Republicans want to use the debt limit as leverage to force spending cuts and oppose Biden's plans for infrastructure and social programs. Though at the other side, Democrats want to raise the debt limit altogether to accuse the Republicans of playing with the fire and risking a default. The problem is that neither side seems willing to compose or blink first. President Biden planned to meet some lawmakers on Tuesday to work together on an agreement, but they did not appear to come. Now the clock is ticking and the stakes are high. So what do you think? Will Congress raise its debt limit in time? What do you think will happen if they don't? Let me know in the comments below and don't forget to like, subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.